all the media people, you take serious how long you can threaten the media. If media is not there, no.
So that is another reaction that we've just got to you from Hanumanta Rao of the Congress. And remember, he's now lecturing the state police on democracy. But let's not forget that he himself has been mired in a number of controversies himself, where he's not just manhandled journalists, but I believe he's also picked up a fight against the police. You know, that apart, but let's look at these visuals again and let's continue to talk to our colleague Krishna, who's with us on the phone line. Now, Krishna, you did tell us why a situation like this really happened, but what was the reason that the police had to resort to an assault like this? They could have essentially said, we don't want to speak to the cameras and you must just stay away. But what really happened? Have we heard from the police yet?
Well, the police, in fact, is refusing to comment on this particular issue. They say that they will look into the matter and take action against the cop. But then this again is a negative feedback against the KCR government, because they keep talking about friendly policing, and this definitely doesn't fall under any of their norms. In fact, every time when Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao talks about the police, he talks about how Hyderabad police has actually gained a lot of attention only because of their good work in fighting again in curbing crimes, especially cyber crimes. So he keeps talking about it, but then when it comes down to policing like this is something which is completely unacceptable. And assaulting a journalist, he could have just told them not to. Like he would have chosen not to answer that particular journalist. But then he went ahead and assaulted the cameraman, and in fact he also assaulted another cameraman. Now journalists who are livid, they actually went ahead and filed a complaint with the DGP Anurag Sharma, and he said that an action would be taken. But definitely this is a negative remark against the Telangana police, and especially Hyderabad police, which has been promoted as one of the most friendliest police personnel in the entire country. So definitely this is something which the police need to look into, and this incident happening right outside the Chief Minister's office is something which is ridiculous, because no one is expected to come and behave in this particular way. And even the journalist, in fact, was just doing her job. She just went ahead and questioned the police about the security measures which is going to be taken up, but the policeman went ahead and started assaulting the cameraman for this. So absolutely this behavior is definitely not acceptable. But the police again still refusing to come on camera, and they said that they will come and investigate this issue, but they haven't really taken any action against the ACP.
So why haven't they acted against this cop, Krishna, who's actually seen in that video pushing and shoving that, female journalist there? Because that is also evidence. What is the police waiting for?
Well, this has been always the norm with the Telangana police. Every time when some incident happens like this, they don't take action immediately. In fact, a couple of days ago, when a corporatist and the TRS corporatist son assaulted a toll booth employee, the visuals which were so evident that the employee was assaulted, but they still waited for 2 to 3 hours to take action against the particular personnel. In this video, it's completely evident that the journalist was attacked. What was the reason why he did that? He's still no action has been taken. No reason has been given specifically by the department. They only said that they will look into the issue and take action. But the journalists they have taken a stand against that. They will not attend any of the press conferences which are being hosted by the police personnel. They said that unless an action is taken against the particular ACP, they will not attend any of the press conferences which are being hosted by the Telangana police. In fact, the DGP was supposed to hold a press conference today, but the journalists did go ahead and boycott that particular event, and the DGP was forced to take action. And when the police, when the women journalists went ahead and filed a complaint with the DGP, he said that he will look into the matter and take an issue, but refused to comment on what action would be taken against him, even though the visuals are quite evident that an action definitely needs to be taken. And personally, actually, the ACP needs to be at least suspended for this kind of rude behavior.
That is the point, Krishna. And even as I continue to talk to you, let's again put our focus back on these images. The first here on Republic, which is exposing the high-handedness of the police. And remember, this is the police behaving with journalists. This is how they treat a women journalist there, because look closely at those visuals up on your screen. So journalist only wanting to try to get a word with this cop there, who's, I believe, identified as an ACP now, but he's pushing and shoving her, pushing away the video journalist also there, and still there is no action yet. The police there has only lodged a complaint at the behest of the journalists, who got together and said that the police needs to act. Krishna continues to be with us on the phone line, even as we go full frame now to these images on your screens. Krishna, for viewers just joining us on the broadcast, again tell us what happened. For how long this, fracas really continued? Did no one intervene?
Well, this was a peaceful protest which was being held by the Telangana for against the Chief Minister right outside his camp office, and they wanted some kind of the reason why they actually protested was to ensure that some kind of security be provided for them too. But then when the police actually
all right, Krishna, stay with me. Also, Mr. Krishna Sagar Rao, speaking on behalf of the BJP with us on the broadcast, Krishna, and then I come back to you. Mr. Rao, what kind of a behavior is this? Who's the real gunda here, and what is the police even waiting for? Because remember, there's a complaint already lodged with the DGP. What should he be waiting for?
No, Bharatiya Janata Party seriously condemns this atrocious incident of manhandling a woman journalist right in front of the CM's office in Telangana state, in Hyderabad. This is unacceptable, and this kind of high-handed behavior is not acceptable in Telangana. And this is coming from CM KCR's role modeling, which is happening in this state, because he is actually setting a precedence for the behavior of the cops in this state. Because the way he is communicating with the opposition parties, the language he is using, and the way he is giving kind of a full free ride to the police in this particular state, he is giving them unmanageable, uncontrollable arrogance, and that is reflecting in the way they are behaving today with a woman journalist. Is totally condemnable, and Bharatiya Janata Party seriously condemns this action.
Okay, the BJP condemning, but would there be more? Would there be more than the BJP would actually urge KCR to do at this point in time? Because you make an important statement. You say that this is the police that has only been emboldened by the state chief minister, Mr. Rao.
No, 100% Bharatiya Janata Party will stand beside the media. We will fight for media and media rights, and we will fight for the individual rights of any individual to freely express what they have to express. The reason why I'm saying this is being led by CM KCR's behavior is just yesterday he has conducted a 2.5-hour marathon press conference where he needed all the media to cover it. Today's headlines, yesterday's 2.5-hour live telecast for CM KCR was done by the same media people, and today his cops right in front of his office beat them up. And so this is the kind of a publicity stunt CM KCR, kind of works out. Now, my question to him is, now what was he doing in 2.5-hour press conference yesterday, apart from abusing with very untenable abusive words towards opposition parties and people who oppose him? There was nothing else in the entire press conference except for using words which cannot be even said on TV right now. That kind of words is what he has used yesterday. Now imagine what will happen to the officers who are following his orders. They are also emboldened by his behavior, that they can do anything, they can say anything and get away with it because their CM is like that. So,
okay, very briefly, Mr. Rao, before I let you go, what is the action? What is the action that should be taken against this cop who's seen in that video?
No, if the video, because I haven't seen the video, but I have got the news from credible sources that this has happened. But if the video is showing clearly the police constable or the officer, whoever is manhandling and physically, hurting a woman journalist, then that individual has to be immediately suspended. There has to be a departmental inquiry by senior officers on this man. If needed, there has to be a judicial inquiry to ensure these kind of incidents doesn't happen again. Bharatiya Janata Party demands for a departmental inquiry and immediate suspension of that particular police officer.
Appreciate Krishna Sagar Rao, you speaking to us. The BJP believes that the Chief Minister needs to crack the whip on this particular policeman who's seen there in that video. Thank you to you, and thank you also to Krishna for getting us the latest on that. Let's move on and talk of the Karodpati Mantri, one would say, as far as the state of Karnataka goes. Remember, he's already the second richest, Mantri that is, currently been on that seat as far as the country goes. We are talking of DKS, the same Mantri who, remember, there have been IT raids against, and now we are learning that the Congress perhaps is only wanting to shield DKS. Why? Why would Sonia Gandhi want to shield DKS? Because doesn't this then embolden the Mantri who already has been embroiled in a number of controversies? And even as we get you more details of that strategy, the Congress could be going all out to shield its minister in Karnataka. We also do know of that phone call that happened between Rahul Gandhi and Siddaramaiah. Rahul Gandhi telling Siddaramaiah that you really need to stand by him. But why? What is the Congress's logic here? Let me get in our colleague Sakal closely tracking that story for us. Sakal, is this about propriety? Is this about corruption? Is it about transparency? What really is the Congress batting for?
So basically, DK Shivkumar has been known as Sonia Gandhi's troubleshooter for Karnataka. And this conversation happened yesterday between 1 and 2 p.m. in the afternoon, which reportedly lasted for 12 minutes. And very clearly, Rahul Gandhi has told Siddaramaiah, the Karnataka Chief Minister, that set aside your differences and defend him, save him, do everything possible to save him. That was the underlying message. Now here, the interesting fact to note here is that set aside the differences. Remember, Deepthi, now we're talking about somebody, DKS, who has been known as the topmost contender for the Chief Minister's